So, Dad,
Yeah,
I'm making a recording with the camera right now.
yeah,
So, I was wondering if you wanted to talk to me for a little while.
yeah.
Yeah? I was asking you whether you feel uncomfortable.
That comfortable.
I was asking if you feel comfortable.
Oh,
You were touching your legs.
yeah.
Are you comfortable enough? Do you remember, Dad?
But
Do you remember when your birthday is?
January 2nd,
What year?
1938,
Good. What's your social security number?
37042041.
Yeah. And what's that man's name? The one who just walked through the kitchen.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. What's his name?
Nathan.
Yeah, and who is he to you? How do you know Nathan?
How do I know him?
Well, what relationship does he have to you?
Yeah, well, I like it.
Well, thank you. I like you too, Dad. So yeah, there's no pee pads in there, just dirty laundry.
Well, I think they might be in the mesh bag that was on top.
I don't think so. That looked like it just had diapers in it.
Do you remember my name? Do you remember my name?
Do I remember your name?
Yeah, me. Over
Yeah.
here. Over here. My name.
Yaki?
Dad? What's my name? What do you call me? No, that's this one. Sierra.
Yeah, Sierra. I thought I knew that.
You knew that?
Yeah.
Do you remember the other girl? What her name is?
No, I didn't know.
The older girl, older than me. The little blonde baby. She was born in 1969. Do you remember her name? Glenica?
Veronica?
Yeah, you remember Glenica.
Shall we make his bed?
Yeah, but I'm making a recording here. What about Jahari Cat? Do you remember Jahari? Do you remember Jahari Cat?
Jahari cat?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Do you remember her? She used to sleep on your chest in the bed.
Oh, kidding.
Yeah. She used to sit on the counter and talk to you all day in the kitchen. Jahari Cat, you remember her?
Yeah.
She had a very pretty meow. Clear as a bell, her meow.
Whew.
Unless she was sick.
She was sick.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you remember Holly, the dog? The white dog, Holly?
I don't remember now whether they're white or tan.
Yeah.
Uh,
She was a Samoyed. She was white all over.
oh,
Beautiful. She was beautiful.
yeah,
Do you remember the kitty named Nina?
yeah.
Nina and Jahari were sisters.
Oh, Nina and Jahari.
Yes. Do you remember the sister kitties? Nina and Jahari.
Nina and Jahari. Well,
Nina was gray, speckled, and Jahari was black speckled. They were tortoise shells kitties.
that must be more.
Do you remember the
Than that.
doctor? The cat we called the doctor?
Not loose, not loosely.
What about Sandy Girl, the orange kitty? Do you remember Sandy?
Yeah.
Kind of a fat orange cat.
So that's my plot that's in my go plot, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Plus plot
Yeah.
I thought was going to go together.
Can you tell me where you went to college?
When?
Where did you go to college?
When was I supposed to go to college?
No, I was saying back when you were younger, you went to college. Where was that college that you went to? Which one? Where did you graduate from?
Can I go? Graduate?
You have a PhD, Dad. You got a PhD.
Okay, and I had a renewal or something.
Did you go to Michigan Tech?
I think
Did you go to University of Michigan?
I might have.
Were you ever in the Coast Guard?
No, I don't think so. But what could have been?
Were you ever in the Corps of Engineers?
No, I don't think I was in the Corps of Engineers.
No. Do you remember Bancroft?
Yes, and Dad.
Yes, your dad. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember your mom's name?
See, that was a new thing, I think.
Margaret.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you remember your sister? The one in the wheelchair. Do you remember her name?
My sister.
She was younger than you. She was in a wheelchair a lot of the time.
Yeah. That,
Bancroft built a whole house to be accessible for her with the wheelchair. Do you remember what her name was? Nancy? Your sister Nancy?
Nancy.
Remember her? Very sweet, loving woman. Your sister Nancy?
I think I remember that, but I don't remember the connection. Or boots given.
Yeah. Do you remember the dog named Gal? Gal was a hunting dog, you remember?
Yeah.
She was brown and white and big and fat and round like a barrel shaped.
Wow.
Yeah. That was Bancroft's dog.
Yeah.
You used to have a car, an old classic car that used to have, it was called the Lagonda. Do you remember the Lagonda?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah. What color was it?
Or,
Cool. What about the Oldsmobile? The old Oldsmobile from
well, Oldsmobile too, yes.
the 1964 Oldsmobile convertible. What
Mhm.
color was that car?
I rec- reckon it's blue.
You're right. It's always been blue for us.
Hmm.
And you repainted it every few years, a sparkly metallic ocean blue color.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
still sitting outside right now.
yeah.
Uh-huh. It's sitting outside. It doesn't work right now, but the Oldsmobile is still out there and it's blue.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
It would only cost like $30,000 to fix it up.
Well, I hope something will help break it up.
Maybe I can find a buyer who wants to bring it back to life,
Oh,
one of these days.
yeah.
So, what year was the Great Earthquake? San Francisco, right? What year was that?
Well, what year was that? It was Love and Peter.
What job did your father do?
He did Leo raised. I think so. It was something he stuck on and really worked hard on. Because it was part of the girl that had a hard time making
Hmm.
love.
Hmm. But what job did he do? What did he do for a profession?
I think he was looking for something. Okay.
Grandpa was a surveyor. Isn't that right?
Yeah, it may be related to what I said, but
I think Grandpa's the one that worked for the Corps of Engineers. Isn't that right?
yeah,
Bancroft.
Bancroft, yeah,
He worked at the Corps of Engineers.
yeah. I think he was right, roading up.
Do you remember your wife? She's passed away, but do you remember her name and who she was?
Hmm, hmm,
My mom?
yeah,
What was her name?
yeah.
Jackie? Jackie Bufe?
Yeah, it was Jacqueline.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh,
Do you remember Jacqueline?
yeah, she had a fairly good region of.
She had
Hair.
long red hair, red wavy hair. Long hair that was red and had waves in it. Most of the time.
Yeah. Is she still going?
Well, she's passed away, sorry.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, she had cancer. She
Oh,
lived here, and you and I took care of her for 2 years while she was sick. I'm sorry. That was in 2009, and right now it's 2022.
mm.
So, 11 years ago, Mom passed away.
Oh, she died and
She had cancer.
she what?
She had cancer,
Oh, yeah.
like her mother, my grandma.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you wrote your PhD about? What, what was your thesis for the PhD?
I think there might have been some stuff that was not supposed to be there.
Vietnam War secrets, maybe?
And maybe simply,
From 1968.
yeah, maybe it was simply against the wall.
Do you remember living in the time of the Vietnam War?
At the play
You were young when the Vietnam War was happening.
what I was
Did you
solving trying.
No, you weren't fighting in the war. Cuz you were in college and then you were actually a government employee after that.
Okay, so and maybe it would be good to sign the agreement notice that I said if I have anything left, if I've got it all left, then I wouldn't have anything with it. But if there was something there still, that would be meaningful. And I think I'd want to keep it going.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about it?
I guess I'd have to figure out the list,
Yeah.
and then I'd have more of a figure that was drawn through the fish.
But like what, for example?
I don't know, but I should know.
Hmm. Sometimes your brain can feel frustrating, huh?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I wish I could make you feel better. There's not any medicine to help with your brain right now. I'm sorry.
Didn't I say anything to anybody? Maybe I did, but it wasn't.
Anything about what? Secrets? What do you mean?
Secrets, yeah.
Secrets from the government?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should tell me. I want to know. I want you to tell me all the 1960s government secrets you know.
What did I go talking about?
Like the CIA dealing drugs in Vietnam, right?
Yeah, it would have to be something close to that.
With the airplanes.
Yeah,
You remember that.
yeah, I think so.
Do you remember once you went to Thailand and you brought silk fabric home to Mom, to Jackie?
Yeah,
Beautiful silk where you look at it from one direction and it's pink, and you look at it from a different direction and it's yellow. Do you remember that fancy silk?
I think so. I think it's probably there in my memory.
Yeah. Do you remember going to Alaska?
Remember going to Alaska?
The Aleutian Islands have a lot of seismic activity. And so you used to travel to Alaska for your job as a geophysicist to study the Ring of Fire.
That was the thickness the thickness of the
The magma?
yeah.
Did you enjoy traveling up to Alaska? Was it pretty?
Yes.
Do you know what state you're in right now? Which state of the country you're in?
Kentucky.
Huh? No. You could try again.
Let's see.
What are some states you've lived in before? Familiar states to you?
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of what they were. And,
Like California, maybe.
yeah, except I was thinking it was something not something to do with Washington.
Washington, D.C.?
Yeah,
What about Michigan? Are you familiar with the state of Michigan?
yeah. I don't know how.
Which city were you born in?
Born in
Duluth?
Duluth. Really?
I, th- I think, if I'm not mistaken. Glenica was born in Ypsilanti. You were born in Duluth, I think. Minnesota?
Hmm. I don't have any such thought of
What, ab-
getting
what
getting.
about Colorado? What do you think about Colorado? Do you like Colorado? Living there?
Yeah,
What's something that you like about Colorado?
I don't know exactly what it is, but I think I was tied in with a person from there that was doing research and such.
The USGS in Golden.
Yeah, sort of like that.
Do you remember Golden, Colorado?
Yeah,
Do you remember working in Golden?
yeah.
Do you remember living in the Coal Creek Canyon?
Remember what?
Coal Creek Canyon. We lived in a house in Coal Creek Canyon.
Yeah, yeah. I don't remember what the last danger was to the lance.
We had a little kitty named Annie up at the mountain house. We had a little tortoiseshell kitty named Annie. Actually, I think she might have been Stripey. Stripey kitty named Annie. Do you remember Annie, girl?
Andy girl.
Beautiful Annie kitty. We buried her in the yard up there in Coal Creek Canyon.
When?
1993, maybe, something like that.
Oh,
It was shortly after I went to college.
okay. Then that's got something to it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I should keep paying attention to it
Yeah.
and try to look what the main ideas
Yeah.
are that bear along with it.
Yeah. Well, we've had a nice time talking here. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about or ask about?
I think we should find out uh, how long it'll be before going into the prison is something concerned.
What? Well, I'm not sure what makes you so concerned about it.
Well, because I think I would have more power and more opportunity to actually do something or to have something involved in right film.
Yeah. You're looking forward to that?
Yeah.
Do you need a computer for that?
Mm, I suspect that I might have some, but I don't know very who to talk to.
You want to go back to work?
If I could go back to work and get connections there with them, then I would be doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be possible, but maybe.
You want to do some problem solving at work?
Yeah.
What kind of goals did you try to achieve when you were at work? What were you working, what kind of work was it about?
One of the things that somebody else had been pulling up stuff and second, and that they were more okay with what was going on, and that there was a deep uh, a deep fate sound or presence, and that this was not apparently likely.
Yeah. Well, what do we do about something like that?
Well, I guess
What do you think's the best idea?
well, there's something is on there that's shred element and is part of the film. To think of it, and the later people are not thinking very much because they are afraid of getting out in the name of the
What happens? They're afraid. What happens if they do get out in the main? What happens then?
11 what?
What happens to them if they do?
If they do what?
Well, you said they were afraid that something would happen.
Yeah.
Do you remember when the great earthquake was?
I think if you get a good tie to a log and a level getting
Do you,
hold of land.
do you remember the explosion of Mount St. Helens?
Hello? Hello?
You ready to make his bed?
I'm still interrogating him. Making him keep talking.
Yeah, come in.
Come on in. Think up some more questions.
Yeah, we're thinking about what what the various if the remote was it, and what it means right now, maybe what it means. Just,
Well, yeah, tell me how it's been changing. What's different now?
well, let's see, love, island, and I think that varies with time.
Yeah, that's what's on the TV. Love Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a direct thing that's happening now, but it could be. What are those things
Uh,
dotting down, and I don't know what they're saying about what the.
yeah, it's weird. It is weird. Do you remember Mount St. Helens? Do you know what year it exploded? The volcano, Mount St. Helens. What year was that?
Probably a year ago.
Is that all? I thought it was like 1982 or something.
Yeah, it could be more. Could be more than that. It could be less than that.
Do you like Mount St. Helens? Is it a neat place to visit?
Yeah, I think there's a place to visit.
Do you like to go camping near there?
If we can figure out a place to not get too expensive on it, we'd have to check it out.
Yeah. Do you like camping?
Yeah, I like camping, but I don't know where.
Do you like visiting hot springs?
Yes.
What do you like about the hot springs?
Did we make question and look at it closely, or are we thinking of something just that we have no idea when it's come back?
Well, I've been talking to you for about half an hour, and I just thought it'd be interesting to see what you have to say. But we don't have to keep doing the questions if you're getting tired. Would you like to watch some TV instead?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you did a good job. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can get it out and get it where it should be.
Well, I think I can fix the TV for you. I can make it work again,
Yeah.
if that's what you want.
Yeah.
So, do you want to say goodnight to the people on the internet? I'm recording you, so you got to say goodnight to people on the recording.
Yeah, I think it's okay to do it. The question is whether you do it to the old blue thing or some other thing. If we took the SoCA one, controls it, then I think we could cover it all and cover us okay. While being rotating centrifugal fiber, it might be a problem to start with.
Yeah, you sound like an engineer.
Yeah.
Little bit. Do you like doing engineering?
I do like that.
Is it fun to solve problems?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you stop the interview now. Okay? We can go back to watching some TV.
Yeah. I'd have to go backward on some things that would have to be looking at places where it doesn't have problems and where it does have problems.
I can fix it so that it works again. I can make it go.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. I'll fix it up for us.
Okay.
All right. Bye. I'm just going to stop the recording, but I'm actually still going to be here with you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye, Internet.